Okay, now we're coming up to my favorite part, which is the Semper cells, or what we call the crystalline cone, okay? Officially, like scientifically, they are called the Semper cells. Generally, when you read in papers or you're talking to anybody who knows this, they're called the crystalline cone. It is 4 identical cells, okay, that sit under the corneal facet. They are made up of a hydrophobic protein, and they are basically transparent. The hydrophobic comes into play because this way they repel water and can get tightly packed into a crystalline lattice, so that's why they're kind of called crystallines. Again, so we got some transparent, they range from bulleted to arrow to cylindrical to diamond shaped. The crystalline cone structure is very much dependent on the order and genus of what you're talking about. Again, they tend to be glass-like, or basically glass-like, because of that crystalline structure of the proteins being packed so tight on top of each other. These are very much the transparent, clear part, and a lot of that has to do with because they're hydrophobic. Show picture. It's this middle part, and believe it or not, this middle part is made up of, again, 4 cells. Okay, so you kind of got this. Again, it fits into here. These are more circular versions. Again, beetles actually tend to have more of a diamond shape, and they tend to be very brittle. Something like a dragonfly is a little bit more flexible. And their primary function is to just focus the data and the light, so that the photoreceptors and the rhizome underneath can function, okay, and translate all the data that they're going. But this is very much a funnel. This is very much a bottlenecking of the information. The shape does change too, whether you have an A position to a superposition high, and it's more how the crystalline cone interacts with the pigment cells. Okay, so my favorite part of the Ommatidia, again, there's just a lot of understudied. It's almost like the part that's just taken for granted. It exists. Also, in some extinct species like trilobite, it actually was mineralized with real crystals. So that exists too. Some crustaceans, it is calcified as well. Okay, one other thing I have to talk about is they have a secretion of a fluid that's very similar to our joints. Okay, so it's a synovian fluid. And this helps, again, in keeping them connected. And it's just one of the more liquidy parts of the Ommatidia. But it's, again, surrounding, and it's in between the pigment cells and the crystalline cone. Just think of it like a moat.